you get it for entertainment? Because there's going to be a lot of entertainment applications. Like, for example, you can listen to music in your brain. Eventually, you're going to be able to access...
I wouldn't do that. No. Yeah, if I could like implant like AirPods in my head,
yeah. So it's going to basically decrease the latency between your phone and your brain to 0. So you basically can browse your phone in your mind or play a video game in your mind. You can access a virtual world eventually in the later versions of Neuralink when the technology progresses to that point.
I mean, even if it's a trial, it might as well be part of it. I want to be on my phone less though, so like I feel like it wouldn't benefit me.
Well, it can help you with things like, say for example, you're having a conversation. Let's say you're a guy with social anxiety or a girl with social anxiety, and you're talking to someone, and then it'll just pop in. It'll be like, oh, this is a good thing to say, or oh, it'll get
No, I don't need someone else's responsibility.
And I don't know, like if I would want that because I feel like it wouldn't help you. Yeah, I feel like it wouldn't help you.
This the book of Habakkuk 2 verse 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. First and foremost, we give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honor to the elders and the apostles of great millstone who rule well. Shalom to the hopeful elect men that scattered abroad, pushing the truth for all sincerity. And shalom to the few sisters that's getting order inside these last days. I'm coming to the quick video, upon the video, this showing you, hey, this major prophecy is coming to pass, man, and it's gradually being reeled in, and through this clip you see how the masses, right? That one chick on the left pretty much represents the masses, They see the benefits behind what Esau Edom is finna present them. You have a lot of people that's in ill, and a lot of people are finna to jump to it. Yes, she's appeared to be a heathen, but at the same time, our people, right, the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, they don't know no better as well. They don't know what's coming. They don't know that the so-called white man is coming down with great wrath, right? So with them suffering and they see that it's a way out, right? They're finna run to it. Right, but we out here to bring out the truth, let them know the consequences. If you take this C-hip, it's gonna be death, which we're gonna bring out later on, Lord willing, right? But so I'm gonna just jump back down to verse 2. It says, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it, right? Because the point is, right, we break down what the charagma is, right? Now we at a point time to where we see, right. Everywhere you turn, the charagma is here. You know what I mean? Like, everywhere you turn, they're talking about cashless, right? Cashless. The dollar's being done away with, right? But at the end of the day, it's like everything is gradually being pulled towards what? The C-hip, right? And also through the scriptures, we tell you what the consequences is if you take the C-hip, right? We come into a time where, hey, you won't be able to buy, sell, or trade unless you have it, right? So the temptation is finna get stronger, and stronger inside these last days, man. Right? But through it all, right, the elect will not bow down to the image, the system. Right? We like the scriptures say, if it could deceive the elect, Right, but we're not gonna bow down until we understand Satan's devices. We're not ignorant of it, man. Right, we putting our whole trust into Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, right? And for any newcomers, right, that may tap into this video, right? Once you understand this truth, you hold on to it, right? Don't let Esau Edom bait you in, right? To bow down, right? Because it's better to die behind the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai than to give in to the rule of this world right now. You know, that a person that can just only kill the flesh, you know. Right? So enough rambling. Habakkuk 2 and 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Right? We come to a appointed time to where that's going to be the new token. Right? That token going to mean a badge to move around. Right? To get inside the store. You know what I'm saying? To go to your job. You know what I'm saying? A lot of folks going to have these C-hips to get inside their houses. You know? Right? So from there I want to go to Psalms 55. Right? Because at the end of the day, we know what it's ultimately coming down to, right? The so-called white man Esau Edom wants to have full control. Right? But to reel, you know, the people in, he has to come up with a scheme. You know, and that scheme is going to have a lot of people to die. We've seen that with the C-19 back in 2020. You know, that scheme going to have a lot of folks to die, right? But that just, you know, test trials, you know, to what's finna come, right? This Psalm 55 verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart, right? Matter of fact, let's go to the word war, you know, even though it's pretty much self-explanatory, but, you know, there's nothing wrong with it. Going into it, right? Go to the strong definition. It says hostile encounter, right? Even though they so-called coming, giving you these benefits, you know what I'm saying? Like the girl saying, if it's going to help my dopamine, something like that, she's down with it, right? You see how easy that is? Esau Edom is to come up with a quick what's the word? I can't even get the word right now, but you know, Esau Edom he able to come up with damn, I'm talking about catching brain farts. I'm gonna say result. You know, he got a result that you can grab onto, and guess what? The people are biting for it, man. Right. So this is how much more when the hour of temptation really come. No food, no water, nowhere to go, nowhere to work, unless you get this device. You know. But here it is, you know, like I said, you know, she's willing to get this device on her brain, you know, just to help her problems within life, her dopamine, right? You know, it's gonna help. Also, you know, some of the other things that's gonna be able to help is the paralyzed, you know, people that can't speak, you know, stuff, all of that type of stuff, man. But end of the day, like I said in the scripture, Esau Edom knows that, hey, he is trying to get rid of people, man. He's trying to get rid of the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Also, he's trying to get everything back under the Georgia Guidestone, man, before they blew it up. I want to say it was 500 million, if I'm mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong, you know. Right? So from there, I just want to jump straight into the Revelation 13, man. You know, just proving the point. You know, this Esau Edom, right? He's definitely finna come with those miracles and deceive a lot, man. Deceive a lot. That's why the Lord tell you, hey, hold fast to what you got, and no, don't let no man take thy crown. Right? We could be coming to a time where, hey, if you're not secure, rooted in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, your crown will be removed, man. Right? And with that being said, you will be killed. Right? I'm going to start at verse 14, and I'm going to read all the way down to 18. Right? It says, Revelation 13 and 14. It says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles. Right? Because, hey, to help a person that can that's paralyzed. That's a miracle. They're not looking for it. I mean, they don't know about that. But once you present it to them, what are they going to do? They're going to run towards it. whole time is really to get rid of you. You're really getting marked, which we're going to get later on inside this lesson. You're getting marked to get judged. And that judgment is not going to be a good one. Especially if you're Israelite, so-called Negro, Latino, Native, man. Right? It says, and deceiveth them. Deceiveth. Matter of fact, let's see. Let's see if it'll give it to me. And deceiveth them to go astray, to lead away from the truth, to lead into error, to deceive. You cannot beat it, man. Right? To mankind, Salaki. Go down to E, to be led away into error and sin. Right? Because, first and foremost, if you take this charagma, you got to cut into the flesh. Matter of fact, I'll go grab it, see if I can remember it. I think it's Leviticus, I want to say 19 and 28. Yep, Khan. It says, ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you. I am the Lord Yahweh, right? That's a command. We should not be cutting ourselves, man. Right? So Esau Edom already knows that what we're doing if you was to get this device, if you get inside your wrist, your hand, forehead, right? He knows what's going on if you take this. He knows that you'll be marked to get killed soon to come. All right? Let me go back. Salaki. On the highway to 16. It says, and deceiveth, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by any means of those miracles which hath the power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. And we know what's coming, right? The whole Roman Empire, right? NATO and the EU. What they're bringing out again? What they're coming out with is what? The C-HIP, right? The RFID, the CHIP. Right? That's going to be the part of the system that's going to be ran throughout the whole world. It says, verse 15, and he had power, right? And who runs the world? Esau Edom, Job 9 and 24. Right? It said, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that is not slacking, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Right? Because what's going to be the image, right? The C-HIP. Right? That's going to be the part of the system. That's the system that's going to be ran. If you don't have this, you can't do this, this, and this, and this, and this. You'll be X out of society. Right? But it's coming to a time where, they gonna cause martial law. They're gonna cause martial law, throw you inside these concentration camps. And if you don't want to take it, off with your head. They're finna terrorize you inside these concentration camps. But us men of the Lord, we already know that. We girding up ourselves in the faith, too ready to go through that. Right? That's called heavy persecution. Right? It says, I go to 16. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor. It's like him. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Right? Before I even go any further, right, I want to go inside a couple of those words. I want to go into the word receive and mark. Right? Nothing wrong with going back into these words, man. It's to build us up, and it's also to help the newcomers as well. Right? So it said he causeth all. Who's that he? Right? Esau Edom. Let me see if he give it to me. I stick with J, to be the authors of a thing, right? Like I said, Job 9 and 24. Job 9 and 24. Matter of fact, I quote it a lot. Just let me bring it out so you can see, on the screen as well. Job 9, verse 24. It says the earth is given to the hands of the wicked. Right? Who runs the whole earth right now, right? So-called white man, Esau Edom. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. Who's the ultimate judges? Yahweh and Yahweh Shah. Right? The two melanated powers. If not, where and who is he? Right? And what Esau Edom did through the Renaissance era, and he changed up everything. He whitewashed everything, man, to where everything looks like him. Right? But when you read the Bible, it's a whole different color. You know? That's the point on that. Let me run back to the book of Revelation. It says that he causeth all both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, right? Because we come into a time period where from the highest status all the way to the lowest status, right, will have to have this CHIP to move around. This is going to be your ticket into society, right? And I want to grab that word receive because, like I said, that word goes into what didomi, you know, in the Greek, right? And we're gonna bring out some of the definitions, you know, about what it goes into.
Strong's G 1325.
Right, and the main one I like to bring out is, where is it at? 2002. Okay, here it goes. D, and I'm gonna start at 1. It says to reach out, to reach out, extend. Right? You come into a time period where what are you gonna be extending? Your forearm, or hell, your head. You know, they finna plant those CHIPs on the skull, right, to help the paralyzed and whatever. And ultimately, you can have the ones inside your wrist to buy and sell or to do whatever else. That's like many brothers and sisters probably seen it already, but a lot of your local Walgreens, they're setting up for this system, right? When you want to buy some of the cold drinks, right? You got the display of it, like a picture of it on the front, and you can see how it's being set up to where you have to press whatever selection you press, right, for that drink, right? But it has a motion sensor at the top of it, a scanner at the top of it, to where it scans the forehead, right? This is what Esau Edom is not telling you. He's setting up a whole new agenda right up under your nose, man. Ultimately, to really get you destroyed, right? But it says to I'm back at D. It says to give over, deliver, to reach out, to extend, right? That's the one I want to look. Something to be administered, right? When you look at the word administer, it means to control, right? To give, right? And all of these things are verbs, right? Physical verbs, man. And what they're going to physically give you, the CHIP, right? The small grain of rice, right? That's what it's called, radio frequency identification. You're going to have all your records on there, to where you your medical records, how you get to work. Hell, you may be able to get inside your house the same way as well. There's plenty of videos we didn't see on TikTok, Instagram, you know what I'm saying? Just on them using that small charagma to get in wherever, right? So that's just the word on receive. Matter of fact, I read the last one. It says to grant or permit one. That's heavy as well, right? Because we know they're gonna grant you this, right? You're gonna come to Esau Edom, right? When times get bad, when the dollar collapse, when lights go out, when they may finally get them back on. Only way you better keep moving around is if you have this, You got to reach out your hand, man. You know, but just keep this in the front of your mind, not the back of your mind, the front of your mind. If you take it, the Lord gonna kill you the worst way, man. The Lord gonna kill you the worst way. And we already know, hey, the Lord name, right? They used to call him Alashaya, right? Demon-like power. You know, and the Lord tell you, it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. Also, hey, he's a man of war. So what you mean? Hey, you take this CHIP and you think the Lord not gonna do nothing with you? He gonna terrorize you the worst way, man. Right? Also, I'm gonna go back inside the word mark, right? Which we all know about. We should know by now, right? The charagma, right?
Strong's G 5480.
Right? Charagma. You know, I can't say. I almost swallowed my tongue trying to say it, right? But this is a stamp, imprinted mark, right? Imprinted. And if you imprint something, I mean, it's engraven into it. You're scratching the surface, right? And we're going to dig inside what this is again. You know, it says the mark branded upon horses. And, you know, it's a spirit, you know, called Allah Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, right? You know, I'm on a road trip with my brother, and I look out to my right side, you know what I'm saying? I'm on the passenger side, so, you know, look out to the right. And, you know, I see horses out there. I mean, not horses, cows. And they was branded, you know, they was clipped in the ear. You know, for them to have that clip, that means they have to puncture through their ear so that clamp can stay on them. But it also lets you know, right, if you get close up on them, it lets you know who is the owner, right? Who they belong to, right? And the time they'll be coming into, it's like a big how can you say it? Renewership, if I should say. You know, we are renewing our slavery, our slavery ticket, right? By taking that RFID, right? And like I say, you'll be a fool. Scripture say you'll be a fool too, you know, to take it if you know the consequences behind taking it, you know. But it says the mark branded upon horses. Let's see if I go down and type the Strong's definition. Got to bring that out. It says a scratch or etching as a badge of servitude. What are we doing now? We're serving Esau Edom right now, but he wants it to be on the fine print, right? He wants to know all our whereabouts, right? You know, what did you eat? What did you drink? Where did you go 5 minutes ago? How long did you sleep? What money did you wire to this person? You know, what person, how much money did they wire to you? You know what I'm saying? He wants all of it. He wants to know everything, right? Scriptures talk about how he wanted to be like the Most High, right? So he's going to come down with tactics, you know. I know I stirred away from the video, you know, in a slight way. But, you know, I just want to bring out the point. This is what it's leading to. You know, it may seem cool. You can listen to music and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, Esau Edom is trying to make sure you're serving him fully. He's want to trap you in for his destruction because he knows that he's going down. He knows he's going down. But he wants to make sure he can bring down as many people as possible. And for the Israelites, like I said, so-called Negro, Latino natives, don't give into that nonsense, man. You know, pray for discernment. You can see what's going on, right? And pray for strength and faith that you don't fall into temptation, because it's coming upon all of us, man. And I pray for it as well, first and foremost, you know, because I'm not excluded from the hour of temptation either. Right, but it says back in the Strong's definition, it says a scratch or etching. And if you're scratching something, right, you're scratching that surface, right? Eventually, you'll dig up under it. You know, if you steady scratching, you got some, I don't know, a pointy nail or whatever. You know, you steady scratching, you'll eventually dig up under it, right? But you know, so kind of charagma is the device, right? And so where it says root word etymology, right? I'm going to go to that. Show you the root word of the word charagma, which can go to the word charax, right? Right? And it says, in the root word, it says to sharpen to a point, right? And we know, what that point is going to be. It's going to be that syringe, man. Right? That real sharp syringe, right? It's plenty of videos. I have a couple, and I know there's plenty of brothers. Every brother that I know, they have videos on this, man. They have video on it just showing you what the syringe look like. Matter of fact, let me see if I can pull I'll go back to it later on. I better pull it up later on. But that syringe, that syringe is real pointy, So right, so I'm gonna go to the outline of biblical usage. It says a pail or stake, a palisade, right? So when you a palisade is what pretty much it's the same type of instrument. It's not the same instrument, but as far as what it does, it digs it digs into something, That's like I say in all my videos when it comes to this, right? I say the same thing. It's like if you're doing construction work, right? You gotta prep it up the right way, right? So that means you gotta put the palisade inside the ground. It digs into the earth, right? To uphold, right? So with this, this is a quick analogy, because that instrument, right? It's symbolic to it, because same with that palisade, that thick piece of wood digs into the earth. It splits into the earth, right? That syringe is going to split your skin. And it's going to do what? It's going to lead that charagma into your flesh, right? Even with the implant on the brain, right? Which Elon Musk have got the go ahead from the FDA, right? So, hey, prophecy is speeding up, But hey, they're going to have to split open, right? They have to cut flesh just to plant that charagma on you, man. Right? I'll go to the Strong's definition song. It says to sharpen to a point, like I said, and that syringe point is gonna be real pointy, because I remember I was watching was I watching or reading just the caption of it, but it's pretty much saying like it doesn't hurt. It's like it feel like a small little pinch, So pretty much they're giving you good words, so-called good words, comforting words, so-called, to fall into it, to actually get it, because it's like, hey, look, it don't hurt that bad, just get it. That's just like when T19 first came out. Just get it, man. We give you a 3-5 of weed. You know what I'm saying? I remember Dunkin' Donuts was, Krispy Kreme. Yup, Krispy Kreme. They giving you like a dozen, a dozen of donuts just for, you know what I'm saying, getting the goddamn the juicy juice. Right? But anyway, like I said, it's to sharpen to a point, through the idea of scratching a stake, right? A palisade, like I said, digs into the earth, right? So I'm gonna go to the root word of charax, right? You got 3 different meanings of it. You got 3 different meanings. You got root words, right? Just from that word mark, which we started off with. You got 3 root words for that. You got charagma, right? You got charax, and you got grapho. It says to write with reference to the form of the letters, right? And we know ultimately that they're going to keep all of your medical records, Social Security. They're going to keep everything on these devices. You know, I remember back then, a little while ago, it was a Twitter thing. You know, the dude was paralyzed, but he had he was getting the C-hip to where whatever he think, it types. You know, these are all types of miracles that Esau Edom is coming out with, man. To where he wants you to give in to it. Like the scriptures say, hey, never trust thine enemy. Never trust thine enemy. Matter of fact, I'll come back to this right quick. This 2 Corinthians 2:11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Let me see what ignorant say. Not to, right? The first one. All on, I'm going to read. Not to be ignorant, not to know, not to understand, unknown, to err or sin through mistake, to be wrong, right? So we're not going for this, man, right? Hey, the trumpet has been blown many a times, right? This prophecy is coming. What to do when it arrives? Don't take it, right? That's the answer right there. Don't take it, you know? Right, and we got that word devices, right? That's heavy too. It says a mental perception, thoughts, an evil purpose, right? Because at the end of the day, he has an evil purpose to get rid of you. So why is you trying to, bow down and get the C-hip, knowing that, well, you may not know, but the purpose is Esau Edom has a trap set up for you, right? So he's gonna come down with smooth words, like how I brought out in the book of Psalms 55 and 21. It says, matter of fact, I go to the strong definition. It said perception, purpose, right, or implication, the intellect, disposition itself, device, mind, thoughts. Right, because and also when you look up the word device inside the Google definition, just regular Google definition, I think it's the number 2 you go to, right? It says scheme, plot, plan, right? Because at the end of the day, it's a plot to get you to fall inside this trap, and once you set that trap, you cannot get out of it. You're gonna have to deal that up. You have to take that up with Yahweh Shai, right? And we already know how he coming. With the nuclear missiles, right? The famine of food, you may be cannibalized, teeth of wild beasts. You know what I'm saying? So we know what's coming, right? That's why I'm saying we're not ignorant of Satan's device. You're not finna lock me up inside no trap and I have to deal with my power in the wrong way. So back to the book of Revelation, and I'm almost done. So I went through, the whole thing of mark, with the mark and receive, So I'm going to go to verse 17. It says, and that no man might buy or sell. Shalakin. And no man that might buy. Shalakin. And that no man might buy or sell save he that hath the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 603 and we know that 666 goes into what, the universal product code, right? That 5-side stigma. Matter of fact, we can grab that as well. Should be at the bottom, yeah. The meaning of which is the basis of much vain speculation. I forgot what I went to, G22. Oh, Shalakia. I forgot what I had went to last time. can't remember what I had went to last time. I clicked on just to look it up, you know. But end of the day, you know, that 5-side stigma goes into the Universal Product Code, right? The UPC, right? Because end of the day, they're gonna make you you can be transhuman, you know. They're gonna make you to a cyborg, right? They're gonna be able to turn you off and on whenever you want to, especially if you have it on your brain, you know. You will pretty much be a barcode, man. That's what you're signing over if you take this C-Hip, right? But Khan, I'll just close out one quick precept in the book of Ezekiel 33 and 33, you know, just to let you know that, hey, when this prophecy come to pass, then shall they know that the prophet was among you, right? Because we are blowing the trumpet week in and week out, letting you know that, hey, this is not what you want to take. Also, the consequence if you take it, right? This is the book of Ezekiel 33 and 33. And when this comes to pass, lo, it will come, right? This C-Hip, times of tribulation, the great hour of temptation, it's going to come, right? The Lord said he's a man that does not lie. It said, then shall they know that a prophet have been among them, right? So don't wait till now to get this truth, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, right? To gird up yourself, right, for these times to come. Don't wait until all hell breaking loose to try to get it, man. Don't disregard the time. Don't disregard the red flags. Disregard the horns, right? You know, back in the ancient days, we was blowing the shofar, you know, that ram's horn, indicating you about the bad time that's coming. So don't despise it, man. You know, take heed and gird up your loins, you know, because this time is coming, man. Right? But it says, and when this comes to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know that the prophet was among them. Shalom.